Manchester City FC, the evolution of a football superpower. Founded in 1880 as Street Marks West Gorton, Manchester City Football Club has journeyed from humble beginnings to global dominance. It became Martike FC in 1887 and officially Manchester City in 1894. The club spent much of its early existence as a mid-tier English side, occasionally breaking into top-tier honors such as their first major trophy, the 1904 FA Cup. Through the interwar years, Manchester City solidified its place as a staple in English football, despite frequent relegation and promotion. The club won its first league title in 1937, only to be relegated the following year. A symbol of resilience, City would return stronger after every setback. One of their most heroic tales came in 1956, when goalkeeper Bert Troutman famously played an FA Cup final with a broken neck. These were the building blocks of a club that had yet to realize its true potential. The golden age under Joe Mercer, the late 1960s and early 1970s, were the first golden years of Manchester City under manager Joe Mercer and coach Malcolm Ellison, with players like Francis Lee, Mike Summerby, and Colin Bell. City played dynamic, attacking football. They won the First Division in 1968, the FA Cup in 1969, the League Cup in 1970, and their first and only European trophy, the Cup Winners' Cup in 1970. This period set a benchmark for future generations. Unfortunately, inconsistency and internal instability halted further progress, and by the early 1980s the club was in decline. The downfall and rebirth 1980s-2000s. The 1980s and 90s saw City relegated multiple times, even falling to the third tier in 1998, an unthinkable low. The club, once a giant killer, was now struggling to stay afloat. Still, the fans remained loyal, often filling Main Road regardless of performance. The club slowly clawed its way back. The appointment of Kevin Keegan in 2001 helped the team return to the Premier League and brought back some attacking flair. In 2003, City moved from Main Road to the newly built City of Manchester Stadium, a move symbolic of ambition and transition. However, it wasn't until the Abu Dhabi United Group purchased the club in 2008 that Manchester City truly redefined itself. The Abu Dhabi takeover, a new era begins. In September 2008, Sheikh Mansour bin Zayed Al Nahyan acquired Manchester City. The impact was immediate and transformational. On the final day of the transfer window, City stunned the world by signing Brazilian star Robinho from Real Madrid. In the years that followed, they brought in elite players like Yaya Toure, Carlos Tevez, David Silva, and Vincent Kompany. Massive investment was made not only in players, but in infrastructure, training facilities, youth academies, and global scouting. This wasn't just a wealthy club buying stars. It was a total transformation into an elite, data-driven, football-first institution. By the early 2010s, City had become a Premier League contender. By the late 2010s, they were redefining what football dominance looked like. The Guardiola era redefining modern football. Pep Guardiola joined Manchester City in 2016, bringing with him the ideals of total football that had triumphed in Barcelona and Bayern Munich. Initially, the Premier League posed tactical and physical challenges, but Guardiola adapted, restructuring the squad and introducing new tactical dimensions. In the 2017-18 season, City amassed 100 points, a Premier League record, while scoring 106 goals. They became the first team to win back-to-back domestic trebles in England, and their dominance was marked not just by winning, but by the style and fluidity of play. Under Guardiola, fullbacks became playmakers, center-backs dribbled into midfield, and the concept of a false nine was reintroduced. This era has seen the emergence of stars like Bernardo Silva, Phil Foden, and Erling Haaland, the latter scoring over 50 goals in his debut season, a trophy-laden legacy. As of 2024, Manchester City has secured 9 English League titles, 6 FA Cups, 8 EFL Cups, 6 Community Shields, and their long-awaited first UEFA Champions League title in 2023. Their treble-winning season 2022-23 marked them as one of the few clubs in history to achieve this feat, joining Manchester United, Barcelona, and Inter Milan in this elite group. They also reached the Champions League final in 2021, but lost to Chelsea. City's domestic dominance under Guardiola has been unprecedented, consistently finishing top of the league and setting new standards. World-class infrastructure and youth development. Manchester City's transformation wasn't limited to the pitch. The club invested heavily in the City Football Academy, a state-of-the-art training complex built across the Etihad Stadium. This includes elite medical facilities, dozens of training pitches, dormitories for youth players, and the academy stadium for women's and youth matches. The emphasis on developing talent has paid off, with homegrown stars like Phil Foden becoming central figures. City's youth teams are consistently among the best in the country, feeding the first team with top prospects and sustaining a long-term future. City Football Group and global expansion. Manchester City is the crown jewel of City Football Group, CFG, a holding company that owns stakes in football clubs around the world. Founded in 2013, CFG includes clubs in New York, NYCFC, Melbourne City, Girona, Spain, Troyes, France, Montevideo, Uruguay, Mumbai, India, and more. This global model allows City to share talent, philosophy, and resources across continents. Young players can be developed abroad before joining City, and the brand reaches fans from every corner of the world. It's a pioneering model in world football, blending elite competition with long-term global strategy, brand value, and commercial growth. Manchester City's commercial success goes hand in hand with its footballing achievements. Through partnerships with global brands like Etihad Airways, Puma, Nexon Tire, and Cisco, the club generates over $700 million annually. Their digital strategy has also contributed to global fan base growth, with engaging social media, behind-the-scenes content, and interactive fan platforms. City's merchandise sales, content subscriptions via City, and esports initiatives all contribute to one of the fastest-growing brands in football. In 2024, Forbes listed Manchester City among the top 5 most valuable football clubs in the world. Rivalries and Derby days. The Manchester Derby, contested between City and Manchester United, is one of the most anticipated fixtures in English football. Once dominated by United, the Derby took a dramatic turn post-2008, with City winning several key encounters. The 6-1 win at Old Trafford in 2011 remains iconic. Besides the Derby, intense modern rivalries have emerged with Liverpool, especially during title battles between Guardiola and Klopp. Other memorable clashes include battles with Chelsea, Arsenal, and Tottenham in both domestic and European competitions. Most memorable matches. Some matches are etched into the soul of Manchester City fans. The 2012 title decider against QPR, where Aguero's last-minute goal clinched the Premier League title, is legendary. The 60 FA Cup final win over Watford in 2019 marked the peak of domestic dominance. Their 43 UCL win over Real Madrid in 2022 was a showcase of high-octane football, even though they were knocked out in the second leg. In 2023, they defeated Inter Milan 10 to win their first ever UEFA Champions League, completing the historic treble. Community impact and sustainability. Manchester City is committed to making a positive difference off the pitch. Through its City in the Community CITC program, the club engages in education, sports training, and mental health support across Greater Manchester. Environmentally, the club has adopted sustainability initiatives, such as LED floodlights, electric team buses, and recycling programs. City is not only building trophies but also building a better future for the city and the planet. Philosophy of football at City. Manchester City's football philosophy under Pep Guardiola is rooted in juego de positional play. Every player understands space, movement, and passing lanes, creating a fluid system that overwhelms opponents. Rather than relying on individual brilliance, City operates like a symphony. Fullbacks become midfielders. Midfielders drift wide, and wingers cut inside to create numerical superiority. The tactical intelligence demanded is immense, which is why recruitment is as much about football IQ as physical attributes. Training drills at City emphasize small-sided games, speed of decision-making, and quick recovery after losing the ball. Counter-pressing or gegenpressing. Influence on global football. Manchester City has become a trendsetter in modern football. The way they build from the back, use inverted fullbacks, and maintain high defensive lines is now mimicked by teams globally. Guardiola's tactics have influenced coaches in Germany, Italy, and South America. Analysts, pundits, and coaches often cite City's matches when discussing tactical evolution. City's methods are taught in coaching courses and studied in football analytics communities. Their ability to dominate possession, break low blocks, and transition defensively is unparalleled. Manchester City women's team. City also invests in women's football. Manchester City Women, established in 1988 but restructured in 2014, plays in the FA Women's Super League, with a mix of international stars and English talent. They've won league titles, FA Cups, and League Cups. The women's team trains at the same Etihad campus, showing the club's integrated approach. Players like Steph Houghton, Kara Walsh, and Chloe Kelly have represented England while wearing City blue. The women's team contributes to the club's vision of inclusivity and excellence. Legacy and what lies ahead. Manchester City's legacy is now written in gold. Built from steel, strategy, and sustained ambition, they have shattered old hierarchies and written new rules for success in modern football. But the future still holds more. With Pep Guardiola possibly in his final seasons, attention turns to succession planning. Will another visionary take the reins? City is preparing for the next evolution, embracing AI in training, deepening their global academy network, and investing in new media. Whether winning trophies or redefining the sport, Manchester City is no longer just a club, it's a footballing institution. Statistical milestones and records. Manchester City holds numerous Premier League and European records. In 2017 and 18, they became the first English top-flight club to reach 100 points in a single season. They also set records for most consecutive wins, 18, most goals scored in a season, 106, and largest title-winning margin, 19 points. Erling Haaland set a new Premier League record in 2022 and 23, with 36 goals in a single season. City is also known for dominating possession statistics, pass accuracy, and XG metrics in nearly every game. Cultural impact and media. Manchester City's rise has been chronicled in documentaries, like Amazon's All or Nothing, showcasing the club's internal dynamics and Pep's leadership. The club is active across all major platforms, engaging fans through short-form videos, memes, tactical breakdowns, and exclusive interviews. City also invests in esports and hosts global online campaigns, allowing fans from Tokyo to Sao Paulo to feel connected to the sky blue jersey. Esports and innovation. The club has embraced the esports revolution by partnering with professional gamers and fielding teams in FIFA tournaments. Their innovation extends to data analytics, biomechanics in training, and even AI-assisted scouting. Manchester City sees football not just as a sport, but as a tech-driven industry ripe for evolution. Global tours and outreach. City's pre-season tours across the US, Asia, and the Middle East serve as both marketing campaigns and fan engagement missions. These tours bring top-level football to fans worldwide and strengthen regional partnerships. Youth clinics, open training sessions, and ambassador programs further deepen fan relationships abroad. Academy stars from youth to icons. Manchester City's Youth Academy has become a factory of talent. Phil Foden, arguably the poster child of City's youth revolution, joined the club at under-9 level and rose through the ranks. Rico Lewis, another academy gem, broke into the first team as a teenager and earned international attention. Other players like Cole Palmer, James McAtee, and Liam Delap have also made waves. Even those who don't break into City's starting 11 often secure valuable transfers or loans, reflecting the academy's elite training and exposure. The academy represents sustainability, ensuring City's future is not dependent solely on expensive transfers. Manchester City's place in football history. In just over a decade, Manchester City has gone from an underdog to one of the most feared clubs in the world. Their rise redefined expectations around club ownership, global expansion, and tactical evolution. Clubs now aim to replicate the City model, a synergy of elite infrastructure, forward-thinking management, smart recruitment, and dynamic football. City's trophy cabinet now rivals that of historically dominant teams. Their influence stretches from stadium design to social media content creation. They are no longer in the shadows of Manchester United. In many ways, they've become the modern blueprint for footballing success. Closing reflections. Manchester City isn't just a football club, it's a movement, a symbol of transformation through ambition, investment, and identity. From the working-class roots of East Manchester to lifting Europe's most coveted trophy, their journey is a masterclass in patience and planning. For fans, players, and future generations, Manchester City stands not only for winning but for reimagining what a football club can be. Their story is still unfolding, but what's certain is this: the sky blue wave has already changed football forever. Erling Haaland, the modern goal machine. Erling Haaland's arrival at Manchester City in 2022 took the footballing world by storm. Signed from Borussia Dortmund, the Norwegian striker adapted instantly to Pep Guardiola's system. His physicality, speed, and elite finishing turned City into an even more fearsome attacking side. In his debut Premier League season, he scored a record-breaking 36 goals and surpassed 50 in all competitions. Haaland's ability to play on the shoulder of defenders, time his runs, and finish with either foot or head made him the perfect modern striker. Unlike traditional Guardiola forwards, he doesn't drop deep to build play. Instead, he punishes defenses with ruthless efficiency in the box. City's Champions League journey. For years, the UEFA Champions League title eluded Manchester City. Early exits, tactical missteps, and dramatic collapses haunted them, from Monaco in 2017 to Lyon in 2020. In 2021, they reached their first final, losing narrowly to Chelsea. However, in 2023, City's persistence paid off. They defeated Bayern Munich and Real Madrid en route to the final, where they beat Inter Milan 1-0 with a Rodri goal. The victory not only secured the club's first European Cup, but also completed a historic treble. This triumph marked a turning point, proving that City could conquer Europe, not just dominate domestically. The digital era marketing. Manchester City is at the forefront of digital innovation in football. Their YouTube channel, TikTok content, behind-the-scenes documentaries, and high-end photography engage a new generation of fans. They use data-driven strategies to build brand loyalty, offering match-day apps, VR experiences, and AI-generated highlights. Their global digital campaigns are tailored for audiences in Asia, America, and the Middle East. As more fans consume football online rather than in stadiums, City's presence in the digital space ensures they remain relevant, influential, and highly profitable. Comparisons with rival giants. Comparing Manchester City to traditional powerhouses like Manchester United, Real Madrid, and Bayern Munich reveals the scale of City's rise. While those clubs built dynasties over decades, City achieved similar levels of dominance within 15 years of modern investment. City's squad depth, tactical flexibility, and modern infrastructure rival, and in many cases surpass the old elites. In terms of playing style, City is often regarded as the most aesthetically pleasing team in the world, blending efficiency with entertainment. The only thing missing from their legacy was a Champions League. Now secured in 2023, they stand shoulder to shoulder with Europe's best, a blueprint for modern football. Manchester City's model has become a case study for football clubs worldwide. It blends elite performance, strategic commercial growth, talent development, and brand globalization. Instead of relying solely on legacy and superstardom, City built a legacy through execution. With a clear football philosophy, forward-thinking, boardroom leadership, and integration across departments, City shows that a club doesn't just have to be rich to succeed. It needs vision, patience, and relentless innovation. The future of football may very well look like the present-day Manchester City. Precise, purposeful, and powerful. AI in technology and training. Manchester City stands at the frontier of technological integration in football. The club has incorporated artificial intelligence into match preparation, player tracking, and injury prevention. Wearable tech monitors players' heart rates, movement patterns, and fatigue levels. Training sessions are recorded, and machine learning algorithms analyze positioning and decision-making. City's data science team works alongside coaching staff to deliver performance models that influence lineups and tactics. AI is also used to scout opponents and predict match patterns. This forward-thinking approach ensures City remains ahead, not only in football, but in innovation, cultural influence, and global recognition. Manchester City's success story has transcended sport. It's become a pop culture symbol, appearing in music videos, fashion collaborations, video games, and Netflix specials. From celebrities wearing City jerseys to social media trends, the club has embedded itself in global youth culture. City's players have millions of followers online, and their stadium tours attract fans from over 100 countries. What began as a football club in East Manchester has become a global icon, influencing sports, style, media, and the aspirations of fans around the world. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the story of Manchester City, make sure to give this video a like and subscribe to the channel for more epic football documentaries. Your support helps us bring you more high-quality content every week. Stay tuned and stay legendary.